state of Minnesota go head-to-head tonight as Wayzata, the defending state champions in Class 4A, comes to Brooklyn Park to take on Champlin Park Rebels. Hello and welcome to Champlin Park High School. John Jacobson along with Spring Lake Park head coach Joy Johnston. And Joy, what a joy it will be to watch these two teams tonight. They are terrific talent. You won't get much better than this in a regular season match.
You really won't. You've got big hitters, you've got great ball control, you've got two head coaches that have been in the game a really long time and are both very knowledgeable, and should be a really good matchup.
These teams have played earlier this season. They played in the Southwest Minnesota Challenge in Marshall in early September, with Wayzata winning that match in 3. That tournament also, Wayzata's long winning streak of 65 matches ended the match before against Northfield. They came back, lost the first set to Champlin Park, and came back and won the next 2. So these teams almost certainly will play in the section final as they did last year. Tonight, maybe just kind of a blueprint for one team or the other. How are we going to beat this squad when it comes section final time, if that's indeed the final on November 2nd?
Yeah, it more than likely will be, being a team in the section. They're kind of right now sitting at 1 and 2 and probably won't change a lot. It's going to be fun to see how they match up since they've already played, and then where they go in another month to see how they rank out and who can take it.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the visitors from Wayzata. Olivia Swensen having a great bounce back year, Joy, after missing all of 2021.
Yeah, she had, just so many injuries going into last year, surgeries coming in. She hit club season and was just tearing up a storm, and it was really fun to watch her have the excitement and the enjoyment that she had playing the game before she was injured. So I expect nothing less than tonight for her to go hit some big swings, have some really great digs out there, and probably some really big blocks as well.
For Champlin Park, we know about Carly Gilk, but another player they like to set the ball to, Marley Hansen, a senior, and you like to have that second option, right? And somebody that's really talented like she is.
Yeah, and she's another 6-row outside, which is huge. It's great to have that ball control in the back row, that defense in the front row, and then also the hitting option all around the court. And it is nice to have somebody to offset your other primary hitter to make defenses think and really have to decide who the set's going to go to and maybe get some one-on-one chances.
Champlin Park's ranked number 4 in the state. Wayzata's number 1. Rebels, the underdog, what do they need to do? What's their blueprint tonight to win?
I think defense is going to be huge for them. I think being able to keep the ball up and in play on their side of the court is going to make a huge difference. And if they can have some shots, because you have very tall block on the other side of the net, if you can figure out how to hit around them, how to use them, and then just continue to battle, I think the more you stay in it, the more chances you have to actually take points away from them.
Should be a fun one, and hope you enjoy it tonight on CCX. Wayzata Champlin Park Volleyball live next. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. We are live at Champlin Park High School, ready for set 1. Champlin Park on your left in their home navy uniforms with the white and silver trim. Wayzata in their blue with the white and gold. Number 1 versus number 4. So look at the starters for these teams. A lot of talented players, Joy, on the floor on both sides. You look at the names. Olivia Swensen, Avery Jesuits, Ava Hendel, Riley Kurth, Caitlin Bolt, Stella Swenson, and Sophia Johnson for Wayzata. Sarah Moberg, Marley Hansen, Lily Reese, Catherine Adler, Carly Gill, Reese Axness, and Caitlin Erickson for Champlin Park. The Rebels will serve to start set 1 out of the hands of Reese Axness, and we are underway. Quick set in the middle, and a little missed time in the middle on the jump there for Ava Hendel, and the error allows Champlin Park to get the first point. Back row handed by Olivia Swensen. And then a little miscommunication on Champlin Park's side. So errors, uncharacteristic really for both teams to start the match. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of nervousness, just getting that matchup coming back at each other, and hopefully they'll recover.
Bianca Nister in to serve. Goes back row. Erickson handles that. Gilk across. Hansen will push it over the block. Sophia Johnson over to Stella Swensen, who gets it in front of the diving Erickson, and it's 2-1 Wayzata.
That's such a lethal weapon to have as your setter that can actually hit, and as if she takes that first contact and your libero can give her the ball to get kills.
Wayzata without Katie Kelsenberg tonight, usually a starting middle for them, the sophomore. They've had a lot of illness running through the team over the last couple of weeks, and Katie unable to give it a go tonight, so playing a little short-handed. Swing by Jesuits, down for a point. It's 3-1 Wayzata.
You're already seeing some good long rallies here, good defense, getting balls up. You saw Wayzata try to have a couple different shots of tipping and roll shotting, and yet Champlin Park was ready for it.
Nestor, the junior DS, put it in play. Axness will set it to Hansen. Overpass, tip at the net. Oh, and somehow Stella Swensen got out off her arm and over. And then Hansen able to finish on the other side for Champlin Park. So the Rebels do get the point.
And there you see her just taking a really smart shot and going off the inside hand of the middle blocker and just being able to take it just enough to get that kill.
Good serve by Hansen. Here's Stella Swensen. Low on the attack, handled by Champlin Park. Here's Gilk going to the back row, handled by Olivia Swensen. Cross to Jesuits. And a point to Champlin Park. Jesuits couldn't quite get that hit through the block, and we're tied at 3. And sailing long is Hansen's serve. Wayzata side out and back in the front. Erickson unable to get the pass up to Axness. They'll go with an ace serve for Jesuits. 5-3 Wayzata. Overpass and hammered home by Olivia Swensen.
It's a great net play there, and just being ready and being aggressive to go up and just get a nice snap on top of the ball.
Look at it again.
Yeah,
play,
just no
hesitation. When you're 6'4".
Yeah, makes it easier.
Jesuits will float a serve across and drops for an ace. Wayzata on her quick run of 4 straight at 7-3.
Yeah, this is a good serving run for Jesuits right now of getting that multiple points after getting the serve back. Erickson
to Axness. Gilk across. Probably Gilk who leads his team in kills with 189. That's 190 there.
Yeah, she's just a great hitter. Being a lefty on the right side is huge, and then just her height makes it just such an advantage for her to reach high and swing over blocks.
Serve from Erickson. Here's Swensen trying to push it over the block, and does. All in the air, a little collision there by the Rebels, and they hit the ball long.
Just some miscommunications going on pretty early with Champlin Park of either not talking to each other or looking at each other, multiple people going and then not going, and if they can fix that, that'll make things a lot easier for them.
There's Sophia Johnson. A lot of juniors on this Wayzata side still, even though they're really kind of a veteran team, but Sophia Johnson, one of the seniors, will play at Cal next year. That one rolled over and drops in for a point. Riley Kurth, the sophomore, with her first kill tonight. And a timeout here for Champlin Park. A 9-4 lead for Wayzata here in the first set. Good start.
Good start for Wayzata. Not a great start for Champlin Park. Definitely they look maybe nervous. They look out of sorts a little bit, the lack of communication. But Wayzata's doing a really nice job at the service line. They're putting really aggressive serves in. They're mixing it up. You'll see a deep serve and then all of a sudden serving short, which makes Champlin kind of sit on their heels a little bit more. Wayzata can just keep pushing the service line, being aggressive at the net, and that's a huge advantage if Champlin Park doesn't start communicating.
Only about 3 weeks left in the regular season. It goes quickly, right? And then we get into the section play starting that week after MEA.
Yeah, it goes super fast. You're in 2 days in August, and you think it's going to last forever, and then all of a sudden you're at the end of September. And yeah, about 3 weeks left, 3.5, maybe a little bit longer for a few teams, but it's coming to the end quickly.
Out of the timeout, Johnson still serving at 9-4, Wayzata. Here's Gilk, will chip it across. Johnson, Olivia Swensen sends it deep, pushed over by Gilk. At the net, Stella Swensen.
Huge advantage of a 5'1" right there, you know, and again, go talk about her height, you know, being able to be super tall and be aggressive at the net and be able to just put balls down.
6-point Wayzata lead. Johnson spins it in her hand and sends another serve across. Attacking down for the kill. It's Sarah Moberg, senior left side, with her first kill tonight. Gilk, who's a good server. Let's see if she can get Wayzata, or excuse me, Champlin Park on a little bit of run of their own. Nice save there by Erickson. Gilk runs and chases that ball down. Stella Swensen finds the open spot. What a great play by the junior. Knew where the defense was and where it wasn't.
Yes.
Found the open court.
Yeah, that was a great dump on her part. And aggressive, not just like tipping it over, like actually putting it over aggressively.
So good for Wayzata, too. They get Gilk out of that serving spot after just one serve, and it goes for Wayzata. Moberg, another kill for her, gets this through the block. And a point for the Rebels, and Moberg will go back to serve now. Serves long. Now Wayzata back up by 6. Olivia Swensen to serve. Set outside, Hansen, too strong.
She's trying to make shots. She's trying to, you know, avoid the block, put it and like drop it into the corner, and it was a smart idea, just went longer than she was hoping for.
Erickson, Axness, back set, Lily Reese gets it blocked back at her. Jesuits getting up for the block with Riley Kurth.
That's a big block up there in front of you. Two very tall volleyball players that can get their arms over easily.
Well, and then even if you go back to the play a moment before that, the last rally, Hansen, I think, trying to hit it over that block.
Yeah.
It forces you to kind of adjust your shot, and she hit it along there.
Yeah, it's you know, you don't necessarily always have to get blocks as a blocker, but you have to like make them think and make them try something else, which has worked now the last couple points.
Rebels hit the antenna on that last play, and now it's 15-6. Hansen's ball dug up by Johnson. Stella Swensen to Olivia Swensen. Erickson got that ball, but out. Big attack from the middle for Liv Swensen. It's 16-6. And now she's on a roll back there serving for Wayzata. Here's Hansen attacking. Dug up by Stella Swensen. Johnson bumped over the net by Olivia Swensen. Reese attacking, and that's dug up by Olivia Swensen. Left-handed swing and a good dig up by Champlin Park. Hansen, and this one put over by Stella Swensen. Great rally here. They'll go back to Hansen again, punches it back. Roll handled by Olivia Swensen. Here's Jesuits. Picked up by the Rebels. They'll go to the middle to Reese. Swensen gets one hand on that. Go back to the left side, and a good pickup by Moberg on the swing from Vogt. Swensen back to Vogt again. Gets blocked by Hansen. And finally, the point for Champlin Park to be called.
They're going to have to replay that. He called a double on the first contact, which is highly disappointing because that was a very good rally, very good defensive rally. If you watch, like, Wayzata's like moving like as a symphony in a sense. They're just moving together, and it's just beautiful. And Champlin was actually matching it, so it was such a great rally.
As much as you enjoyed that, technically it didn't count. We'll
no,
do it again.
It didn't. None of that counted.
Hammers a.
Oh, that's
there
nice. That's a great swing for her. A great finish of a after a long rally to be able to terminate that ball.
16-7 now. Wayzata has their run end, and Lily Holeen, number 5, will come in for Champlin Park, sub in for Erickson and serve. Back set, Kurth tried to cut it across, couldn't do so. Or excuse me, Volt. And it's an error on Wayzata. Back-to-back points for Champlin Park.
And that's really a turn that the Rebels need. They need to get a couple more points here from Holine to get them going in the momentum.
Holine serving long here, and Joy jinxed her. Right. Wayzata by 9. Kendall back in for Wayzata. Erickson for Champlin Park. Sophia Weisberg on the serve for Wayzata. Over by Moberg. Back set, attack, cross court.
That's a great spot.
And down for a point.
Yeah, great spot. Another lefty on the other side of the net, but that deep corner is a phenomenal spot to put a ball.
Caitlin Volt with the kill. 18-8, Wayzata. Weisberg putting in at Erickson. Axness across. Hansen dug up by Weisberg. Olivia Swensen. Front row Jesuits attacks. Moberg picks that ball up. Here's Hansen. Great dig by Weisberg. Jesuits again. Erickson digs it to the net and over for the kill by Axness.
It's great to see her being super physical at the net as well and trying to match Swensen on what they can do as setters in the front row.
Play by the sophomore setter. Now she'll go back to serve. 18-9 score here in set 1. Jesuits picked up, back set, Axness to Gilt.
That was a great set by Axness. That was a tight pass, and she balanced really well, kept it off the net, and gave Gilt a great opportunity to take a big swing.
Rebels need a long run. Here's an ace off the tape and down.
You love those when it's for your team. You hate it when you're the other team.
Axness, her 19th ace serve of the season. This time too strong. So 19-11. Bianca Nister is back into the match and will serve here for Wayzata as they're going through the rotation now for a second time here in the first set. It's Hansen pushed it across. Jesuits attacking. Yeah, great layout on that play by Axness. The double contact whistled against the Rebels.
That was a great up by Axness, though. That was a hard ball to get after it went off the block. It was a fabulous up.
Mister too strong. Side out, Champlin Park. It's 20-12. In the middle, Olivia Swensen. Almost a collision there. Axness got to the ball. Here's Gilt. Didn't get a good swing on that into the tape. Wayzata up by 9. 4 points to a set 1 win. Jesuits across. Erickson close to Axness and pushed over by Adler from the middle. Olivia Swensen, cross court, Erickson out of play.
It's a nice swing. That ball got set a little bit outside the antenna, or inching its way outside the antenna, and Olivia just turned it and shot it down so that it really went a hard angle at the libero.
Avery Jesuits will float this serve. Access for Gilk, pushes it over, and a great layout by Stella Swensen. Olivia Swensen over, and at the net, a little touch on the ball by Stella Swensen for the point.
That's when you can tell that she's a very experienced 5-1 setter, of being able to go up and get the ball, control it, not be in the net, just really clean shot.
Serve along by Jesuits, but Champlin Park with a lot of work to do, to say the least, trailing by 10 at 23-13. Erickson to serve. Good crowd on hand here tonight at Champlin Park. This matchup between number 1 Wayzata, number 4 Champlin Park. Erickson serving. Good block by Gilk. They go back to Olivia Swensen again, and this time gets the point.
It's another great shot. She's really working hard on that sharp cross angle, and it's just a fabulous shot.
More than twice as many kills as the player who's second on the team in kills, Jesuits. 160 coming into the match tonight for Olivia, and this one, my Reese gets down for a point. Rebels still alive, still at set point at 24-14. Gilker fired to the backcourt. Here's cross again for Swensen. Dug up by Hansen. Gilk will swing. Stella Swensen. Back set. Kurth across. Dug up by Hansen. Moberg on the swing. Gets blocked, and there's the point. Kurth and Stella Swensen getting up for the block, and that is set 1 in favor of Wayzata. And a good match for the Trojans. A good set, rather. 25-14.
Yeah, I think really aggressive net play. I mean, you saw it right there at the end. A really big, solid block. You saw, Stella Swensen getting up as the setter, being aggressive. You saw Liv Swenson getting up as a hitter and overpasses, and it makes a lot of difference when you go and you play the game above the net and are aggressive up there. I also think at the service line that made a huge difference. Being aggressive, moving it around, giving them different serves to have to try to respond to, and I think they really owned that match starting at the service line, and it put Champlin Park on their heels right away, and they just weren't communicating and weren't quite ready for what was coming at them, which really hurt them. And I think they started to get into a rhythm towards the end, but it was just a little too late by the time they actually got there.
We'll take time out. Set 2 on the way next. Trojans and the Rebels live on CCX. Coming up. Wayzata wins set 1, 25-14. Both John Yunker and Scott Jackson agreed to be mic'd up for tonight's match. We thank them for that. Here's a little bit from Scott in set 1, Joy.
I'll have her block both those kids, go get the other one. I want to make her life difficult tonight, okay? Right? Yep.
I know, I was like...
Lots of good stuff. All right, lots of good stuff. Okay, let's pursuing the ball every single time, trying to get blockers in position early, all those things. But again, key players for them, where are they at? They've got her, she's up one more rotation, right, Carly? Carly's up and the middle's up with Sarah Moberg. Okay, so it's middle and right now, middle right. If they get a good pass in transition, they're going middle. Big move, let's set a tone here, okay? Get on her, okay? All right, and help in the middle. Well, you can't with Carly, right? Let's get on Carly, here we go.
Well, you always have to know who that number one
You do.
alpha is right on the other side of the net, and
Yes.
it's great that you know the personnel, and your girls know the
Yes.
personnel and what to look for in each rotation.
Yep, you want to know who the primary hitter is in every rotation. Like you heard Scott say, if there's a perfect pass, they're going middle. You want to know that as well.
And an ace serve to start set 2 for Bianca Nister to get Wayzata point number 1. This is off of Erickson, tracked down by Moberg and over by Gilk. Stella Swensen back, cross-court swing, but wide by Ava Hendel.
Oh, it looks like the down ref called a touch. She's very adamant that there was a touch, so I'm not sure if she saw that off the block.
I didn't see one, but she's a lot closer than I am, and I don't see well anymore, I'll admit. I don't think the Rebels agreed.
No, I don't think they agreed at all.
It's 2-0. All in the middle and into the net is Champlin Park.
Bad first contact. They've got to just control that first ball and then give themselves an opportunity to be able to take a swing.
So quick 3-0 start for Wayzata. A team you don't need to help, right? With any errors on your
not
side
at
of the
all.
net. Hansen across. Nestor got that. Stella Swensen to Jesuits, gets blocked. In the middle. Adler will push it over, but wide.
A lot of unforced errors right now for Champlin Park, and like you just said, you don't need to help Wayzata at all. You want to put the ball in the court, make them have to work for every single point.
Erickson a little tight to the net on the pass, but got it over, and then Gilk off the set from Axton is able to put it down the line and get Champlin Park on the board.
I think that's what they need to start doing as offense, if they can get the pass up, is start using that block and not being scared of it.
Hansen serving deep, but handled by Olivia Swensen. Didn't get a great pass, though, and able to get the ball to Jesuits. So it goes an ace for Hansen and a point for Champlin Park. It's 4-2. Another tough pass, but Stella Swensen tracked it down over by Jesuits. Axness will set it to Moberg. She'll tip it over Stella Swensen. Then it came to Adler, and a great dig by Olivia Swensen. Jesuits, ball tipped by Champlin Park, point Wayzata.
Some great scramble plays by Wayzata. You're seeing them not in perfect positioning and yet still getting good passes up. Stella's still getting her hands on the ball, and hitters are staying aggressive, which is really fun to see.
Jesuits who had some good serves here in the first set. Back to the service line here in set 2. Stella Swensen will set it for Jesuits in the middle. Erickson to Gilk, will push it over the blocker. Stella Swensen. Johnson back to Stella, gets blocked. Moberg getting up for the block along with Adler. They went wide. Got the block, but couldn't keep it in play.
Yep.
6-2. Jesuits will float this one. Access back to Gilk. The big sophomore lefty makes it 6-3.
It's a great seam ball. You saw the right back and middle back go right almost into each other, and the ball just went right between. That's a great shot to go right down the seam.
Olivia Swensen attacking, got blocked by Gilk. They'll go back to her again. Second time's a charm.
Some big swings right there. It's really fun to see her, like we talked about earlier, her being injured last year and not being able to play in the high school season. It's really fun to see her out here taking some big swings.
Kurth in for Hendel for Wayzata as Johnson serves. Axness to Gilk, got blocked. Erickson and over by Moberg. Stella Swensen, back set. Kurth gets blocked. Johnson from the middle, Jesuits. Axness, quick set. Reese gets blocked in the front. Go to Gilk. And off of Jesuits and out.
Great swing. It's a really great swing because they have a huge block out there too,
Right.
you know? I mean, They're getting up there. That's just a really nice swing.
Gilk will serve now. Johnson, Swensen over by Kurth, off of Reese. And double contact on Champlin Park. Side out, point Wayzata. Vogt in replacing Nestor now for Wayzata. As Stella Swensen goes back to serve. 8-4 Wayzata here in set 2. They won the first set 25-14. Stella Swensen back set and the ball off blockers handled. Moberg will push it down the line for a point. But played by the senior. 8-5 and she'll serve. Jesuits to Stella Swensen. Olivia Swensen attacking from the middle this time.
Really nice swing, but a really nice pass by Jesuits to set up that play for Olivia Swensen to be able to come from the right side and come hit into the middle of the court, which is a great swing for a pin hitter.
Stella Swensen runs the ball down, and Jesuits. Not too much juice on that ball.
Didn't quite know where she was facing on that one, but definitely happens.
You can laugh about it.
You have to. You have to. You got to laugh and move on.
Whole line in and serving at 9-6. Rebels down 3. Attack from Vogt. Here's Hanson's swing over. Great dig by Johnson. Stella Swensen and over by Jesuits. Good team play there by the Trojans. Hanson across and gets this one in.
It's a nice swing by her. I was talking earlier about Olivia Swensen taking that kind of sharp angle cut shot, and that was a great swing option for her to get that kill. You see here, she's just going to turn it in hard, try to get inside the 10-foot line. Nice.
Rebels back to within 2. Jesuits. Moberg able to play it. Here's Hanson attacking again off the tape. Right at the net. Ball live and over by Moberg. Stella Swensen, quick set, pushed over by Kurth. Left-hand swing by Adler, gets blocked. Point Wayzata. Riley Kurth getting up for the block. Sophomore middle. Weisberg, who played in the first set, will come back in and serve here in this rotation in set 2. The team leading by 3. Hanson with a big swing, and it's a kill. Hanson getting some big points in this second set for Champlin Park.
Yeah, she's staying more aggressive. I talked about earlier, like not being afraid of the block, and right there she went off high hands off of it and was able to get that kill.
Reese Axness serving. Stella Swensen to the middle and over. Kendall will push it across. Erickson setting up Gilk. Stella Swensen, Johnson. Swing and across. And the point for Caitlin Vogt.
Great defense on both sides right now. I mean, they're getting Champlin Park getting some phenomenal balls up that look like they shouldn't. And then same thing on Wayzata's side. They're just getting really nice touches on the first ball.
Nestor serve too long. Side out, Champlin Park again trailing by 2. Have not been able to cut it to 1 here yet in the second set. Swing across and the kill for Vogt. Excuse me, for Hendel. 12-9. Avery Jesuits back to serve. Hanson, Axness, back to Gilk.
That was a great swing. Started off with a really good serve, though. If you notice, Jesuit's serve had a really nice float on it, so I thought that wasn't going to go as well as it did. So it's great on Champlin Park to be able to terminate that ball. Just a great high contact on that swing.
Stella Swensen back. Ball gets blocked. At the net, tough play for Olivia Swensen. They can't get it, and Gilk had the last touch for Champlin Park. And the Rebels now are within one at 12-11.
You can tell that Champlin Park has settled down a little bit. They're communicating a little bit better, getting some more balls up that they weren't in the early on in the first set.
Stella Swensen will go to Olivia Swensen. Great dig by Hansen. At the net, over by Hendel. We had a player in the net, Reese, I think, for Champlin Park.
That's a hard ball. You know, that dig was going really tight. As a middle, you have to turn and try to follow it over, and she did a phenomenal job of trying to get up, but it's really hard to not get in the net in those situations.
Johnson serves. Maximus back for Gilk.
It's impressive to see those big swings out of her. Not that she can't do it, because she can have big swings, but to have that big block in front of you and still be getting some of these clean kills.
13-12 Wayzata. Much better set for Champlin Park, and they tie it on that ace.
She had that great serve earlier in the first set, but that time it just found the seam in between the passers, which obviously gave her a better opportunity to get an ace.
The team high 29th ace of the season at this time. Right into the tape.
It's a really high risk serve, so it's really nice to see her even get an ace, even if the next one goes in the net. It's just a really phenomenal serve.
Vogt rotates back in for Wayzata. They're up by one here in set two. Gilk, too strong.
She's been having some great swings earlier, so now you can see that Axis is trying to get her more involved in the back row and setting her almost wherever she is on the court to give them a better opportunity to score a point and get the ball back.
Stella Swensen, who leads Wayzata in aces. Almost delivered one there, but Erickson got to it. Here's Reese in the middle. Johnson runs up to dig that ball up. Get a cross and then a tip at the net. Reese, you get credit for the kill there, turning back the attack from Vogt.
Yeah, that was great timing. I mean, Reese is a really dynamic middle, but she's not the biggest middle, but that was really great timing on that block and being able to push last and get a block.
Holberg serving. Olivia Swensen. Stella Swensen back to Olivia. And Reese gets up for the block again. And Lily Reese. We're tied at 15.
Yeah, that's knowing your primary hitter. It's going back to talking about what Scott Jackson talked about in the first set. That's knowing your primary hitter and where your primary hitter is coming from.
Holberg floats a serve across. Wayzata handles it. Here's Olivia Swensen. Tight to the net, an easy tap over and down for Riley Kurth. Side out, Wayzata back in front. Olivia Swensen serving. Ball at the net. Back set and across by Hansen. Stella Swensen set up Jesuits. Jesuits has been a little quiet in this set. We haven't called their name much. Gets a kill there.
Yeah, that was a really nice swing by her. Kind of what she was doing in the first set of getting those high reaches. This time, instead of getting that sharp cross, she's putting it down to the middle, and it was a really nice swing.
Maximus will set up Hansen. She'll push it over the blocker. Stella Swensen to Johnson. Back to Jesuits again. Handled by Moberg. Maximus to Hansen. Molly Hansen's had some big points here in the second set. Rebels hanging close and within one again at 17-16.
Yeah, Hansen's really picked it up. She hasn't made as many errors, and she's really moving the ball around and making Wayzata think about, do they need to go for it, or is it in, out, different scenarios.
Holine serving. Stella Swensen, and Kurth got it over. Adler got to the floor to that one. Hansen's attack is a little long. Side out, point Wayzata. Trojans by 2 here in a close second set. Weidsberg will serve it for Wayzata. Hansen attacks. Off hands, here's Stella Swensen. Back set, attack, good block by Hansen, but couldn't keep it in play. Both will get credit for the attack, and it's 19-16. The right idea, just couldn't.
This is a great swing. Just aggressive, big, going after the block in that situation.
Just couldn't close the hand back in. Attack from the middle. That's Kat Adler with the kill.
It's a great swing, and she's a lefty in the middle. You saw the last couple rotation, Axis has actually been playing middle. Since Adler is a lefty, she can swing on the right side a lot easier, but that's a phenomenal swing coming in at the right angle in the middle.
Axis into the net on the serve, and Wayzata's at 20.
Those are points you don't want to give away this late in the set when it's this close. You really want to cherish each of those and put them in the court.
Nister serving. Gilt to the middle, over by Hansen. Stella Swensen will set it for Jesuits, too long. Well, hitting air for the Trojans. 20-18. Riley Hansen back to serve. Stella Swensen. Set it back and across and down for the point for Ava Hendel.
Yeah, that's another nice swing. I mean, those deep shots are just hard. They look like they're going long and then snake the end line at the last second.
Our first time out here in set 2, 21-18. Wayzata leading, trying to go up 2-0 on the Rebels. We mentioned earlier that we had mic'd up both coaches. Let's take a listen to John Yunker and what he told his team between sets 1 and 2.
3, 6, 8.
From point 1, you weren't ready. You weren't ready from point 1. That's fine.
6, 8, 6, 6.
If you can't handle the pressure, pass the ball. If you can't dive for a ball, if you can't make good decisions, then you're not ready. It's on you. Figure out what you want to do next. All right?
Direct, and he got his point across.
Oh, yeah.
The girls have played much better in set 2, right?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of times it is a choice as far as the players go. They know how to do it. They know how to do the skills. They know how to play the game at this point. It's a choice of what they're going to do and how they're going to handle it out there. And I think now they're making much better choices because they're choosing to talk and they're choosing to go after balls and be a little bit smarter. So must have worked a little bit to encourage them to push harder.
Yeah, Wayzata is just 4 points away from winning set 2. Out of the timeout, the Jesuits serve, back row, and over finally by Adler. Stella Swensen trying to attack from the front ropes. That got sent back by Adler, and Champlin Park will get the point. A lot of times that'll work, but Stella Swensen not able to get it over the net.
Yeah, it was a right idea. It's harder, though, to do that as a right-handed hitter when it's coming from right back to turn it over the net.
Big side out for Champlin Park. Stella Swensen will go back to Olivia Swensen. Cuts it across. Good dig by Moberg in the front row. Here's Gilk attacking. Stella Swensen, a collision there, and that allows Moberg to take advantage of the Wayzata mistake as Johnson and Hendel collide.
That was really smart by Moberg of just being aggressive again at the net, getting up, and then tapping it off of Stella Swensen to get the point.
21-20. And so goes an ace, and we're tied up. Off of Jesuits' hands. Erickson serve off of Nister. Olivia Swensen had to Back up on that one, but got it across. Axness to Reese. And Champlin Park has its first lead, 22-21. Timeout, Wayzata.
A great swing by Reese there. You haven't seen a ton of the middles. They've been scattered in here and there. Every once in a while, one of the middles on each side gets a set, but she's gotten some really big swings lately, and this one is a huge point at this point in the game. And just a big swing, putting it right on the middle back, not ready for it, and it's got to feel good right now for them going now into this timeout of having a little bit of momentum on their side. Strong server at the service line, and then some big hitters up front.
Yeah, they come out of that timeout and deliver 4 straight points to take the lead.
This is where you know it's always going to be a battle. It doesn't matter what really happens in the first set. It's always going to be a battle if they stay in it and they just keep working, and you can never count either of these teams out as far as what they can do skill-wise and as a team as a whole.
See if the Trojans can regroup from this. 22-21, Champlin Park. On the serve from Erickson. And again, a little miscommunication. Who was going to take that ball? And it drops to the floor. Goes as an ace for Kaylin Erickson, and now they're 2 away from tying this match up at a set apiece. 23-21. Jesuits getting it up to Stella Swensen. Olivia Swensen across. Axness, Erickson to Gilk, over off of Stella Swensen. It is set point for Champlin Park.
Another great swing out of her. I mean, look at their front row right now. This is, you know, I mean, there's only one other hitter you would want up there, which is Hansen, but you've got 3 really great hitters up. Your setter's back row just gives you so many options right now, and you see Gilk here just getting another just hard, powerful swing going at right back. It's exactly where they want to be at this point in the set.
6 straight points for the Rebels. On the verge of tying this one up. Erickson will try to close it out. Jesuits. Swensen. Olivia Swensen will push it across. Erickson to Gilk. Time for the win. Johnson runs up on that. Olivia Swensen across. Good dig by Erickson. Back set Gilk. Stella Swensen to Olivia Swensen. Off of Hansen, run down by Axness, over by Reese. Olivia Swensen off hands. Good pick up by Moberg. Here's Gilk over, handled by Nister. Olivia Swensen again, tight to the net. They'll go to Moberg, she'll push it over. Nister, and then Swensen gets on top of that one and slams it down. What a great rally. And Wayzata gets the point to stay alive.
Again, another strong defensive rally, a lot of mixing up shots, but then there's Stella Swensen again, just being a big offensive setter in the front row.
Sophia Johnson serving. Gilk and into the net. He's trying to close it out and just, and now Champlin Park will take its second time out.
Smart time to do it. I mean, you want to hope that your team can pull their way out of it and just get one more point. But when you lose 2, you have a big kill from Wayzata, and then you make a hitting error. It's kind of a point to take a break, take a breath, figure out how to get one good play in right now, and then play strong defense if they have it coming back at you.
Terrific volleyball here in set 2. Champlin Park fought their way back. They were down most of this match, this set rather, and have come back. Wayzata battle tested, stays in it. They're down by 1. Still set point for the Rebels. Champlin Park out of their huddle. Johnson again to serve. 24-23. Her team down by 1. Hansen. Axness, ball from the middle, Reese. Stella Swensen, cross to Olivia Swensen, got blocked, and there's the set. Gilk gets up, and Champlin Park has tied the match at 1. 25-23 Rebels.
2 sets in a row, ending with a big block, and this time Champlin Park coming out on top. They fought hard throughout the entire set. They never gave up. You just mentioned they were down the first third to first half of the set, and yet they never gave up. They just kept fighting 1 point at a time, playing really strong defense. And I thought they were way more aggressive on offense and swings at the front row, which I think helped them a lot. They weren't quite as scared, quite as timid, taking some big swings. However, Wayzata had still great serves. They had really good ball control until the end. That's kind of where it went a little bit there, where Champlin Park got a few points off of them on the serve receive, but still just super solid. It was just, I think, Champlin Park stepping up a little bit more and matching Wayzata's energy throughout it.
Rebels fired up about winning set 2. We are tied up 1-1 here at Champlin Park. We're back with more Prep Volleyball and CCX after this. Champlin Park rallies back in that second set to win 25-23 over Wayzata. These are teams that played some great matches over the years and in the state tournament. Wayzata and Champlin Park, they have combined to win the last 3 state tournaments. Wayzata in 2019 and 2021. Of course, there wasn't a tournament in 2020. Champlin Park, you saw at the beginning there, winning in 2018. That 2019 match was one of the great high school matches ever in the history of the tournament, I think. Able to come back and beat Egan in that tournament with their first state championship. They come back undefeated in 2020, but as I mentioned, no state tournament in last year. They were just a machine rolling through everybody all season. 34-0 on the season to win the 4A title last year. So a lot of good volleyball between these two teams over the last several years. And Andy Gugesberg and I called a couple of great section finals back-to-back about 7-8 years ago up at Anoka High School. Won both times by Champlin Park. Both won 5 sets. So these programs definitely familiar with each other, and they've each coach has been finally rewarded with state titles, and for Scott Jackson, 2 in a row. 2 points for Champlin Park here to start set 3. Reese Axness with the serve. Put up by Johnson. There's Jesuits. Handled back row by Moberg. Hansen over. Mister to Swensen, over by Jesuits. Wayzata has it side out, and it's first point.
Nice little change up from her. Jesuits usually swings pretty big majority of the time, so it's nice to see her tip a ball here and there and kind of keep them on their toes.
Jesuits, Handel from the middle. And we'll get on that ball. 3-1, Rebels. Marley Hansen back to serve. Her team up by 2 here early in set 3. We're tied at a set apiece. It's Moberg with the swing. Off of Johnson to the net. Gilk slams it down. It's 4-1, Champlin Park. Rebels, I think, getting a little more confidence too,
They
right?
have been, yes, yeah.
Not that they didn't think they could win, but then you didn't play great there in set one. You haven't beat them. You come back in set two, and now you're starting to roll, right?
Yeah, there's a huge mental side to it of coming in, feeling the pressure, feeling the nervousness, the anxiousness, and you could see it in that first set. And yeah, now they're settling in. They're playing probably what they're used to playing as their game, and definitely with more confidence.
Axness, back set, Gilk. 6-1, Champlin Park. Rebels playing well, Wayzata, not necessarily on that point, but a few more errors on their side of the court we're used to seeing.
Hasn't been a strong serve-receive starting off for Wayzata as they have been doing the rest of the match.
Jesuits up to Stella Swensen. Handle and gets blocked by Adler.
Sometimes it's hard coming into the next set if you just lost it, even if it was a tight set. You maybe are just a little bit more tired, and then a little bit of your momentum is gone. And I kind of feel like that's the situation we're in with Wayzata at the moment.
Olivia Swensen, big swing and a kill for her. See if that gets Wayzata off the floor, trailing 7-2. Looking for a run here from Johnson. Swing by Moberg, and there's a block. Stella Swensen and Kurth up. I think that was all Stella maybe on that one.
It might have been, but either way, they were both up big and over. From our angle, what we're seeing, it's kind of cool. You can see actually them getting over the net, and that's what you really truly want for a big block.
Gilk. Oh, and well, sometimes a little luck will help you, right?
You always love that. That means her angle, her platform is at least facing in the court, which is good.
Vogt able to get it across. Look at it again.
I mean, it's a big swing, huge swing, but look at her angles just into the court.
Moberg swing off of Johnson. She tried to win that point, Champlin Park.
I feel like that's a very uncommon error for Johnson. She's really a solid libero and gets a lot of great contacts up.
8-4 Rebels with Erickson serving. And into the net. Stella Swensen serving, her team trailing by 3 at 8-5 here in set 3. Vogt by Swensen right into her net. 9-5 Gilk serving. And an ace serve for her off the hands of Olivia Swensen and out.
Not sure if Champlin Park is being more aggressive on their serves, or it's just where they're serving at and who they're hitting is taking advantages for them.
This one a little too strong from Gilk. Side out, Wayzata, it's 10-6. With Swensen serving. On the slide play, Reese across, scramble, and into the bench. Point for Champlin Park.
Just another great swing by Reese. She's just in the end of the second set and now starting into the third has just gotten some really great swings for Champlin Park.
Swensen, back set to Vogt. Gilk, Moberg, and Gilk over. Johnson to Stella Swensen, one hand on it, and pushed across by Kurth. From the middle, Reese over the block, and we had a Wayzata player in the net. Kurth is in the net, point Champlin Park.
But there you see again, Reese getting the set and changing it up, tipping. It was a little bit of a tight ball, so tipping, but she's been getting really big swings, so as a blocker on the other side, getting a little too greedy at the net.
Easy play for Reese Axness there on the overpass and the point. And a timeout for Wayzata. 13-6 Champlin Park.
It's a great start for Champlin Park in this set. They, like you said, they look more confident. They're playing with just a different level of energy out there and communication and movement on the court, which it's fun to see that. It's fun to see them getting Wayzata kind of on their toes and, you know, not really sure what they should do, and they're kind of miscommunicating now. So that's the power of these two teams. We saw earlier with their state championships and just their appearances within the section championship, and they just have a long legacy, and they know how to battle, and they know what it takes to really push each other.
(13-6), Champlin Park up. You go back to the end of that second set. You come out of the timeout. They're down 21-18. Wayzata serving, and they reel off 6 points in a row and win the match.
Built a lot of momentum. Yeah. Built a lot of momentum coming into the next set when you know you're tied up, right? Like you're for sure going forward at that point.
Trojans get that last one, though. It's 13-7. Sophia Weisberg returning to the match for Wayzata and serving. Big swing from Hansen. Off hand, Stella Swensen. Back outside, and the kill from Vogt. See if Wayzata can get a little run of their own going here, trailing by 5 now. Back-to-back points. Maxness, back set, swing by Reese. Ends that little run quickly.
I just think it's always fun to see a middle in high school get to really go off and get a bunch of big swings, because you don't see it a ton. You see pins constantly get swings in high school, but to see a middle get a lot of great swings and kills, it's fun to watch her play.
Adler and Holine back in for Champlin Park. It'll be Holine serving here. Stella Swensen in the middle. Good swing, but a good pickup too on the attack from Hendel. What a Vogt. Gilk gets it. Axness. Adler will push it over the blockers. Swensen quickly and over the net. And the point for Wayzata. Jesuits the kill. Erickson and Reese back in for the Rebels. Nister coming in for Wayzata.
She's had some serving errors in the last set, so we'll see how she handles this rotation.
Maxness to the middle, over by Adler, picked up by Johnson. Stella Swensen, Olivia Swensen from the middle, off of Erickson. And Gilk will bump it over. Stella Swensen, back set, and good pickup by Gilk on the swing from Hendel. Go to Jesuits, over. Gilk pickup. Back set over with an awkward swing from Adler, but got it across. Now we'll set it for Stella Swensen, just long.
Again, a lot of really good defense, a lot of good balls being picked up and giving the offense an opportunity to put a ball into the court and try to score. I mean, even Stella taking that big swing, it's fun to see that.
15-9. Oh, and off the ceiling and down.
The dreaded ceiling.
First time it's actually come into play tonight. We had some close, but that one affects the play on the Wayzata side. Point for Champlin Park. Rules inching closer to 25. 16-9 now. Here's Jesuits, big swing up on Moberg, kept alive by Erickson and over by Hansen. Stella Swensen go back to Jesuits. Axness, quick set in the middle. Reese, or excuse me, Adler pushed it just wide. I think both of these teams, they've had swings tonight like, it goes down against most teams.
Oh,
Why
yes.
isn't it working tonight?
I know, yeah. It's the level of play you have to play at when you play against someone that's your equal, what you have to do.
Both of these teams, though, do play really tough schedules. They've
Yes.
both played in
Yep.
good tournaments in Apple Valley and in Marshall and another good non-conference game. So they're not getting many nights where
No,
it's going to be easy.
easy wins, no.
Swensen across, too long. On the cross-court swing from Olivia Swensen. 18-10, Champlin Park. Off Nister, Johnson. Olivia Swensen comes up on it. Ball from the middle by Adler. Another point for the Rebels. They're just getting contributions from
Yeah.
everybody. Anybody put on the
Yeah.
court right now seems to be doing their job.
Well, and as Junker had told you, he doesn't sub a lot, and we don't. We don't see many subs. We get a sub to come in for Reese to serve, and that's about it. And that just means that you have such a solid core that you can count on everybody, and they're all contributing in different ways and really making an impact to better their team, which you're seeing tonight. You know, not anybody is outshining really anybody else, but they're just solid and doing their jobs and really complementing each other.
Talking to Marley Hansen there. It's Coach Junker. Rebels talk it over. Feeling pretty good, I think, right now, right? 19-10.
I mean, Rebels are playing really, really well as a team right now. I think that's really the biggest thing when you talk about not having maybe one superstar, because sometimes you play better as a team and you're really contributing, and they're doing a really nice job of that. Wayzata right now seems to be having more of the miscommunications and the unforced errors that they hadn't had the last two sets.
Out of timeout, Hansen still serving. Swing across, over by Kendall. Good pick up by Nister. There's Olivia Swensen off hands, back rope. Hansen got it, and over by Erickson. Stella Swensen. Back to Olivia Swensen. Up in the air, and hit the net on the Champlin Park side, so that goes as a point for Wayzata. You can see it right at home there, but it's off out of your screen, and the point goes to the Trojans.
Now we're 1 for 1 on the ceiling having an
Yeah.
impact on the teams.
Here's Gilk attacking. Johnson and Nister dug that ball up. Erickson, middle over by Hansen. Stella Swensen, it's blocked, but it's out. Adler and Moberg able to get the block, but couldn't keep it in play. The serve for Sophia Johnson. Gilk all the way across and over by Moberg. Stella Swensen back across and over by Kurth. Here's Gilk. And there's point 20 for Champlin Park here in set 3.
This is where we were in the second set.
Olivia Swensen across, handled back row. Front row and over.
Good swing.
Gilk, a couple of big kills here. It's 21-12 Rebels.
Yeah, she's definitely taking advantage of the block more and taking hands off of them. Just a good strategy.
Stella Swensen and right into the net by Kerr.
Erickson might finish this one off again.
22-12. Olivia Swensen over. Ball from the middle, Hansen attacking. Oh, a great layout by Nister, but couldn't get the pass up. Point Champlin Park. Trojans out of timeouts. Erickson will serve again. Olivia Swensen attacking. Hansen picks that up. There's Gilk, gets blocked. Perth gets the block. Point Wayzata.
It was a great dig by Hansen.
Swensen serving, but her team down 10 late in set 3. Here's Moberg. Stella Swensen across, and Olivia Swensen off hands. Picked up by Axness. Erickson will set up Gilk. Off of Stella Swensen. Johnson. Sheswoods will have to get it over and does. Axness quick set in the middle. Lily Reese gets it blocked right back, but picked up by the Rebels. Gilk down the line for the point. That was terrific defense on that. Really on both sides, but especially Champlin Park fought off a couple of really hard swings to get the point.
Yeah, this swing lefty down the line, that's a sweet swing.
Set point with Gilk serving. And it's an ace. And Champlin Park is up 2 sets to 1. Dominating set 3 and winning 25-13.
It's just the tables being turned from the first set. I mean, Wayzata took them 25-14 and really had Champlin Park on edge. They weren't communicating, weren't moving well together, and I felt like that's kind of what Wayzata just looked like in the third set, of miscommunications in their serve receive, just not as good of serve receive, which means generally that they're not moving as well, they're not getting great contacts, they're not talking as well, and you just see it. I mean, I saw a few different times that Stella Swensen is over there telling her team just to calm down, that they're just a little amped up and just, you know, they're fine, take a breath and move on to the next point. So you definitely see, you know, how the tides turn, and that's this game. Momentum makes a huge difference.
Carly Gilk serves Champlin Park to a set 3 win. Rebels are up on the Trojans 2 sets to 1.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Champlin Park with back-to-back set wins, up 2 sets to 1 now on Wayzata. Well, we have lost our wireless mic on Scott Jackson, and maybe Scott's happy about that, but we do still have John Yunker, and here's a little bit of John there from set 3.
Okay, so yes, it's both of them. Because you have to go higher, that girl can get to it faster, and then she's just going to pass it tight on purpose so she can do what she just did. Okay? So that's why we're trying to not do that. So that's all right. Whatever. It's a unique situation. We don't have that all the time with everybody. So keep swinging, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh, a long ways from being done. All right? So good awareness. I know you wanted to jump, but we didn't, so that's good. Okay, listen, the ball off of Carly, whatever. Okay? Could we have covered it a little bit different, but even if we did, I don't know we get that ball, so just don't worry about it. It happens. The one that got dug and then dug to this corner, whatever. All right, let's go. Here we go. Hey, listen, good job, good decision. All right, next time it's up, we're up front. You stay right, you go back to the middle. Okay, got it? All right, let's go.
Good to hear from John Yunker. What did you hear out of that, Joy? Some good messages for his girls, right?
Yeah, I mean, just understanding that sometimes things are going to happen that you can't control, you can't change the situation, and that you just got to move on to the next one. I think also you heard him talking to his front row players on like maybe make an adjustment on where people should be, what they should be doing, and that's just what you do in the game of volleyball. You just have to adjust as things go on.
Champlin Park got the first point here in set 4 and make it 2 in a row. Adler with the kill. 2-0 Champlin Park. I mentioned Wayzata losing in our pregame, losing to Northfield in the Marshall tournament earlier this month. That was their first loss in 66 matches going back to 2019.
Which is crazy.
I mean,
it's crazy for any team to go that long without losing. It's just, that's a special thing.
To carry that 1 point further, they have not lost a best of 5 match since 2018. They haven't lost this one, but they are down 2-1 here in the 2-1 in the match and 2-1 in the set. Now it's tied up at 2-2 in set 4.
Well, you definitely know they're not done. Like,
no,
they're going to keep
right.
fighting. They're going to keep going. Whether we can hear what Scott Jackson is saying or not, like, I guarantee he's telling him that they are not done, that they have to keep fighting for every single point.
Good serve and an ace for Stella Swensen, and Wayzata in the lead. So they've not been in the lead since that second set. They trailed that entire third set. Stella Swensen drops one in. Back row. 4-2. 4 in a row for the Trojans. The ball girls are having a little conversation. Didn't realize that Stella Swensen needed the ball. And we're distracted. Now we're all set. 4-2. And ace, and again, Swensen with 3 in a row.
I wouldn't even say that that was that great of a serve. It had some backspin on it. It wasn't exactly probably what she wanted, but it still dropped enough in front of Hansen.
5-2. Spins another one, handled by Hansen. Axness for Gilk. Pushes it over the block. Good run up by Johnson on that ball. Double contact whistled against Wayzata. Erickson has done a great job serving tonight, and Champlin Park in general in this rotation has been really good, right?
She really has. She's, you know, as a junior, just been playing phenomenally. You know, Johnson on Wayzata's side has the year of experience on her, but Erickson's just done a really nice job being aggressive at the service line and then just really dominant in the back row on defense.
Olivia Swensen got that off hands and down for a kill. And she'll go back and serve now. A little tight there to the net. Gilk runs up on it. Johnson, great layout. Overpass. Here's Gilk with the swing. Got it through some hands. Kurth gets it back up. Then Gilk dropping it to the back. Swensen got a handle on that. Here's Hansen. Now comes to Moberg, and Moberg gets the kill.
You heard Junker telling her earlier, like, just keep swinging. Take your swings, just stay after it. And there you see her get a nice, really big swing and a kill off of Johnson.
Gilk serves. Had the ace to end the last set. Stella Swensen over to Axness. Erickson. Back to Moberg they go. Too long. 7-4 Wayzata.
That's a really smart play on Stella Swensen's part of putting a short free ball over that she knew Axness was in the front row, and she just had to take it because there was nobody else there, which put them in a situation of being out of system and making a hitting error.
Weisberg serves. Toss on the swing by Reese. Over and kill for Caitlin Vogt.
She doesn't get a ton of sets, or at least hasn't tonight. However, she takes advantage of the sets she gets and puts really good swings into the court or getting kills.
That's tipped by Wayzata and a kill for Moberg.
She's a really good pin hitter. She's not huge. She's on the smaller side as far as an outside. However, she jumps really well. She gets really high contacts and really nice swings.
At the net and over by Hendel. It's Hansen finds the open spot.
I like to see Hansen like coming alive a little bit in the last couple of sets. The first set she was a little rocky, but she's really just stayed the course and been really reliable as far as hitting and passing.
Moberg serving it to Jesuits. Stella Swensen back it across as Caitlin Vogt, senior right side with the kill.
I would bet her hitting percentage is pretty high considering I don't think she makes very many errors.
9-6, Nister in to serve. Axness over by Reese. Stella Swensen trying to dump it and missed wide. Lily Reese serves into the net. 10-7 Wayzata.
That is the first time she's served tonight, correct? She's normally subbed out, I believe.
Yeah. The whole line has been coming in.
Yeah.
Here's Jesuits with the serve. Came up high on Moberg, but Rebels able to get it across. Here's Stella Swensen. Back and over. Kill for Ava Hendel. Senior middle, the big swing and attack, and it's 11-7. Axness had to run that ball down. Hansen from a tough angle. Johnson picked that up. Stella Swensen, they get the big block up on her. Excuse me, on Olivia Swensen. Back row, Moberg. Axness to Hansen, and off of Jesuits' hand and down.
Again, just really big defense by Johnson, though. I mean, that was a huge swing by Hansen, and she just got her platform under it and got a really nice ball up for Stella to set Olivia.
Axness, good serve. Laying out with Jesuits. Another block on Olivia Swensen. They'll go back to number 13 again. Dug up by Erickson. Axness, quick to the middle, over by Adler. Over by Johnson on the Wayzata side. Hansen swings and gets the kill.
Take care of it.
Another great swing here by Hansen.
Come on, Mom.
Yeah, she's just taking really powerful swings right now and getting really nice angles.
Overpass, ball at the net, and Champlin Park whistled into the net. Point Wayzata. – 12-9 Trojans. Trailed 2-0 in this set, but they've led the rest of the way. And even this match up and send it to a fifth set. Swing from Gilt for the kill. 12-10. Stella Swensen across to Olivia. Erickson. Axness to Gilt. Offhand. Stella Swensen. And a little punch over by Moberg. The Wayzata able to handle it. Here's a swing and a kill for Adler. Champlin Park within one at 12-11.
Just a great swing out of the middle again. Like I said, it's just really fun to see middles in high school get some great swings.
Olivia Swensen too strong. We are tied at 12. Stella Swensen and a block on Olivia Swensen. Gilk.
Always feels good when you get a stuff block on the team's big hitter.
Timeout Wayzata. Rebels with a run to take the lead.
I would expect at this point that we're going to see a lot of point for point as we continue throughout this set. I don't think either team is obviously going to stop battling. I think they're going to have really big defense still going on each side, and I think both teams have really upped their offensive swing. So I don't think someone's going to be a runaway. I don't know. It's really hard to tell like who's going to have the upper hand by the time we get into the 20s. But I think, you know, Champlin Park right now looks better. They look a little bit more comfortable in the game that they're playing, and Wayzata just looks a little off in a sense of their first contacts, and then they're still taking big swings, but they're not as aggressive as they were. So it's a you know, a battle, and that's what you really want out of the two of the top teams in the state.
And again, they'll be the top 2 seeds. I can't imagine how it wouldn't be the top 2 seeds coming up in Section 5-4A.
This could potentially determine who really gets the top.
Right. So out of the timeout, Kurth get it through some hands and a point. Wayzata ties it up. Stella Swensen. We've seen her dangerous from the service line. Kurth pushing across. Erickson. Gilk, too strong. It's got Jackson to show off of athleticism there to skip out of the way. Oh, they're going to say
a net. I didn't even see that call.
They called Kurth in the net.
I didn't see the net moving, I guess. That's a lucky call for the Rebels. Let's see if we can see.
22 in the middle is what they called it on. I didn't see it there. We come back to live play, and Olivia Swensen will get a kill, tied up at 14. Side out Wayzata. Now look at the end of that play again.
Well, it's really hard to tell. I don't know.
Maybe a right hand got a
Possibly.
little of the tape as she was coming back down. From the middle, Reese off of Stella Swensen's hands, Olivia, and over by Avery Jesuits. That's just a Gilk, my goodness. Johnson did her best. She got a piece of it, but
yeah,
that was coming downhill in a hurry.
Yeah, that's like a big girl, college girl type of swing.
(15-14), Rebels back in front with Gilk serving. 8th serve.
Big kill, big ace, back to back.
What a good service time. Johnson got it. Stella Swensen back, and Vogt getting it over. Gilk attacks. Off Stella Swensen, up in the ceilings, awful light. Johnson able to read it and play it, and over by Stella Swensen.
Oh, that's up.
Oh, kept up.
Off her head.
Great play. Good defense on both sides. Axness will set up Moberg. Johnson gets to that ball. Stella Swensen back for Vogt. Great dig by Gilk. Tight to the net and down. Wayzata really earned that point.
Really good defense going off of your right back's head, right front's head, whoever that was. That's how you just stay in it, though. Like, there might be chaos happening, and you just stay in it and keep fighting.
Float serve handled back corner by Gilk, and double contact called on Axness. Realized it as soon as she tried to set that ball. Tied at 16. Weisberg serves to Erickson. Axness, they're going to call it again. Good center, but just a couple of misplays back to back there.
Yeah, sometimes it can just come out of your hands, just oddly enough.
Axness setting it for Reese, too strong. So errors here for Champlin Park have cost them 3 points in a row, and John Junker's going to put a stop to that.
Yep, it's definitely the time to do it. All of a sudden you're losing a little momentum. Things are a little choppy on your side, and you want to try to cut that off, especially since you're still within 2 points of Wayzata in the third set, or in the fourth set?
Fourth set, yes.
We're in the fourth set.
We're
Champlin
having fun.
is up
We don't
2-1.
know,
I don't
right?
know,
We're just going to keep playing until he
it's
tells
just
us
been a
to
lot
go
of fun
home.
volleyball. So, yeah, definitely the time that Champlin Park wants to end Wayzata's run and keep it to 4, not send it to 5.
Both of these teams have to come back and play tomorrow night, both in conference play. Wayzata will be home against Hopkins. And Champlin Park will be home here against Coon Rapids. And Wayzata back in the late conference play Monday against Eden Prairie. Champlin Park, non-conference match coming up next Tuesday at Hill Murray. Wayzata up now by 2. See if they can keep the momentum going. Good pickup by Swensen on the Moberg swing. And she's tight to the net. Point Champlin Park.
It was a really nice run, though, from Weisberg coming in as a serving specialist. Come back, rattle off a few points, get some good contacts on the first contact. So I think that was a job well done for her.
Sarah Moberg serve, her team down by 1. Jesuits had to get to the floor to that one. She's going to have to run this one down, and does. Access to Hansen over the blockers. Great layout by Stella Swensen. Swing by Vogt, and Erickson gets to the floor to get to that ball. Hansen attacking again. Johnson gets to it. Block in the middle off of Hendel's swing. Vogt across. Erickson will play it across for Hansen. In. What a terrific point.
Again, just the defense on both sides. So many balls that could have easily been down if they wouldn't have made that little bit of effort to get their platform or their fist under them.
Tied at 18 with Moberg. Serves it long. Side out Trojans. Mr. Ian shall serve. Tight to the net, and Reese able to get it over. Wayzata keeps it alive. Access to Reese again for the kill. Rebels tie it, 19-0. Lee Holine back in will serve for Champlin Park. Ball across to Jesuits, handled by Moberg. Axness for Hansen. Picked up by Stella Swensen, or by Olivia Swensen, back row, and too strong on the swing. And Jesuits, Champlin Park is in the lead. 5 points away from winning the match. Ball to the middle, and a good block from Adler.
That was a great serve to start it off, putting it in that right back corner. A hard ball to get back up. I see Scott Jackson contemplating a timeout, making sure he has one when he's ready.
Stella Swensen. Good pickup by Moberg. Hansen across. Outside they go to Jesuits. That gets blocked, but it's off the hand. And down for a Wayzata point.
Definitely what they needed. They needed to cut off the serving run of whole line because she's dealt a really nice job serving and playing defense, and they definitely need to turn things back in their direction.
Jesuits looking for the tie, floats the serve. Access to Hansen. A little wide. The right idea, but just a little wide. Johnson, a good play by her to let it go.
Yeah.
Tied at 21. Hansen will try again. Johnson got that to that ball. Here's Olivia Swensen. Dug up by Moberg. And into the net by Gill. Couldn't push it across. Now the Trojans a little bit of a run. And they're in front. 22-21, Trojans trying to force a fifth set. Swing from Hansen, and Johnson lays out for another one. Jesuits to Olivia Swensen and over. Axness to the middle, and a big block on Adler. They'll go back to Hansen. Johnson another pickup. Stella Swensen to Olivia Swensen. Axness will go to Hansen again, and this time, yes, the point for Champlin Park. Marley Hansen's like, what do I have to do to get a point here?
Well, the defense is so good on both sides. It just looks effortless on both sides of the court, which is, for me, really fun to watch as the rally goes on.
Tied at 22. Axness got it off the tape. Stella Swensen to Olivia Swensen. Erickson with the pickup. Axness to Gill, pushed it over. Swensen over. Hansen attacking again for the point. 23-22, Champlin Park.
It's another big swing by Hansen. You can tell her experience being a senior out on the court and just being able to stay aggressive at the end.
Off of Nister. It is match point for Champlin Park. Scott Jackson will use his final timeout. Let's go back to our mic'd up segment. And again, here's John Yunker from earlier in this set.
Hey, I told you they're going to come back out, all right? So you responded back. Now you got to keep pushing, okay? Push and push and push, okay? They get a point, fine, great, fabulous, whatever. Just pass the ball inside out, okay? Let's go. Come here, you two. You two are killing me, all right?
Yeah, I'm not hitting the zones.
You're almost hitting the ceiling. You're going back in. You're going back in. Just
adrenaline.
I know, but just calm down. You've done this before. So she's serving again. You just focus on being great in the front row, okay?
Okay, we got this. Woo!
And sure enough, Joy, when Lily came back in, whole line, delivered some good serves.
Yes,
Lily raced, delivering points.
Yep.
And now here we go at match point. 24-22 Rebels in set 4. Not yet, says Wayzata. Olivia Swensen with the kill. Still set point and match point, but it's 24-23 now with Olivia Johnson serving. Excuse me, Sophia Johnson. Gets it over. Hansen attacking. Good play by Nister. Olivia Swensen. Access back to Gill. Picked up by Olivia Swensen. They'll go back to her. Off some hands. Moberg. Axness to Hansen. And there it is. Champlin Park takes down Wayzata. Well, I don't think at the end of set one, Joey, we saw this ending coming an hour ago, right?
No, yeah. If it would have been the way that Champlin Park played majority of the first set, no way would I said that they would have come back, played as dominantly as they did, as aggressively as they did, and beat Wayzata in 4 sets. But I think you heard the last little bit from Junker of they're going to get their points, move on to the next one. And I think that's kind of what Champlin Park did, is they understood Wayzata's going to score. They're really good. They're going to get balls up. It's okay. Move on. Keep playing. And I think that's what they did. And, you know, I think it's really fitting to see Marley Hansen get that last kill there, where we talked at the beginning of her being a spotlight player and just being a consistent 6 rotation outside. She's just dependable. There she is, just getting big swings, staying aggressive, using the block, fighting till the very end, and scoring points for her team.
So Champlin Park wins it in what could be a Section 5 4A final preview. We will find that out in about 5 weeks. But for tonight, Champlin Park's going to enjoy this one. Joy, they really came back and played great after that first set. Wayzata on their side, more errors than what we're used to seeing from them, right?
Yes,
I mean, they definitely gave some points away that you don't normally see from them.
Yeah, I think especially in sets 2, 3, and 4, they just made a whole lot more errors at the service line, at the net, playing a few balls that they wouldn't maybe normally play, maybe just be a little panicked and shooting fists out and arms out. Still really solid on defense, though. I mean, Wayzata has all the pieces. It's just maybe the pressure of the night, thinking that they have to beat them because this might mean that they don't go to state. But at this point, it doesn't mean that. Like, this is just a match that matters, but it's not the end of the line mattering yet. So, you know, fought really hard, really impressed by Johnson's defense as libero for them. You know, they graduated their libero last year, and so to see another girl get to step up into that role and just really dominate it, it's really fun to see. I think we also talked a little bit about Olivia Swensen coming back this year, and I thought she played really, really well, not only at the net, but in the back row, which for a really tall volleyball player, sometimes they're not as agile back there, but I thought she did a really nice job. You know, this is definitely not the end for Wayzata. We know that. We know that they're a really big powerhouse and they have the pieces they need. And I do think this will be, you know, probably it's, you know, early November that we're going to see these two teams play again to actually go to state. And I think it's anybody's game again. You never know who's going to come out on top.
We'll take a break. We'll hear from the Rebels in a moment. Champlin Park wins it over Wayzata in 4. We'll wrap up volleyball tonight on CCX right after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. An exciting 4-set win for Champlin Park tonight as the 4th seeded Rebels take on the number 1 seed in Class 4A, Wayzata. Welcome back to Champlin Park High School. John Jacobson with Carly Gilk and Caitlin Erickson. Caitlin, how exciting is this, first of all, to beat number 1?
It's pretty exciting. We've been working for this for a while, but we got a lot to improve on still.
What was the message after set 1? Because after that first set, I was like, whoa, Wayzata was really, really good, and you guys weren't playing your best, right? But how did you turn it around?
I think it was just resetting and focusing on like the next play and doing the best we could in the next moment.
How good was your defense, too? I thought that maybe frustrated them at times, right? You guys were able to pick up so many balls tonight.
Yeah, I think defense really helped us stay in it. It's something we focus a lot on at practice, so I'm glad it paid off.
You've played in some tough tournaments. How much has that competition that you've played a lot of good teams coming into this, helped you in tonight to get ready for a Wayzata?
Yeah, we've played in some tough tournaments the past couple weeks, and I think battling mentally and physically helped us prepare for this.
Very likely you'll see this team again in the sections. Does this make a difference, do you think, when you might play them again in November?
I think we just have things to focus on based off that match, and we'll work on that at practice.
Congratulations, enjoy this win.
Thank you.
Carly Gilk had a lot of kills tonight as you come on in, and first of all, how fun is it for you to win this one and to beat Wayzata?
That was really exciting. We've been working really hard at trying to play at the highest competition possible, and I think it was really fun.
We mentioned it during the broadcast, but I thought you got contributions from a lot of players. It wasn't just you or Caitlin or Marley. I mean, everybody seemed to contribute to this win, right?
Yeah, I think the team chemistry was really good today, and everyone was just in it to win it, and I think that really helped.
Excluding that first set, is this as good as you guys have played as a team all year, would you say?
I think it's like probably one of the best as we played as a team, but I can't really tell for sure.
Caitlin said there's still some things you can improve on and work on. What do you see as like, okay, we can still do this better and improve on before the end of the season?
One thing is probably covering and blocking, I think will help a lot, just so that it's easier for our defense.
You got a lot of fans here. How much do you enjoy playing before a big crowd? A lot of students, a lot of your classmates here.
I think it just really helps, and they're really supportive, and it just helps us keep going and stay together and as a family.
Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season. We'll see you down the line.
Thank you so much.
Marley Gilk, Caitlin Erickson, Champlin Park Rebels, a hard-earned and a great win tonight over a terrific Wayzata team. They improved to 15-4 on the season. Wayzata now drops to 14-3. That will do it for our telecast tonight from Champlin Park High School in Brooklyn Park. For Joy Johnston and all of our great crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching tonight on CCX.